All right. So,
All right.
how do we get these things open? Oh, I'm doing the cutting.
This way I can stay.
Is this a
stay in
sharp object?
No, it's a reasonably sharp object. It needs some work. Went to my blades need to be sharp.
Nice. So it comes with some packaging.
Yep. So
So all of these ammo guys, we've got,
supposedly work with this.
there's a dart that's flat. We've got a suction cup.
Suction cup darts, regular
Yep.
darts.
And then we've got, looks like the hypo rounds.
And this is an actual hyper, so
Really?
a little dirty hyper. Yeah, it looks like the hyper rounds.
It definitely does. So these are ammo.
Those are the kinds of ammo it's supposed to take. We might try some other things,
Okay.
but first things first. Spring's not too intense.
Okay. What do you mean by like pullback?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's don't stick your finger in and then pull it because it's gonna pull your finger.
Yes. So why don't you load something, point it
Okay.
that way, and shoot it?
All right. I kind of want to do the hyper because I want it. So just put it in there like that.
Apparently,
I guess. Pull it back. That wasn't bad.
not horribly impressive, but not bad.
Always can be modified by auto.
Yes.
I'll
So
find that ball in a minute.
let's do the same thing only with the genuine hyper round.
Same one, isn't it?
No. That's one that I got out of my stash of hyper rounds. Yeah,
Yeah, that hit you on
children
him.
these days.
Okay, so we definitely know that you can't store ammo in these because the balls aren't
Nope.
that little. So that's kind of looks like it's just
Decorative.
decorative, most definitely.
Rail.
So the rail is something you would actually attach accessories to, like a scope or something
Yes.
else. Okay, makes sense. All right, so are we gonna dig into this thing?
Well, let's try one of the regular darts, then we'll try
Other ones.
some other things. I'm pretty certain some things aren't going to fit in it.
Slide back, and then shoot. Whoa, that one hit pretty hard. Pretty good.
Yep, so let's try some old Mega in it. And
Mega?
what- Old school Mega, because if you look at in here,
Uh-huh.
the bore is not the usual. It's very tapered.
Okay.
As I put this in, see how the edge of it is really wide?
Yep.
But it tapers way in back?
Yep.
I was wondering how they were shooting multiple kinds of ammo, so it probably will take those.
Oh, most definitely. So this is definitely what it could take. So we have this one, and this one.
I'm afraid our Ultra is out of luck.
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
If Ultra doesn't fit, I'm pretty certain I'm not
A
going to
Mega's
get
not gonna
Mega
fit.
down
Most
it.
definitely. That's
But
crazy.
that is interesting. It's got a very tapered bore.
Oh, that's one of those.
This is a half dart. We're going to try
Half
putting
dart.
a half, running a half dart way
Okay.
down in there. It's a bit of a pain.
But she comes out.
She comes out just fine, so
So
that's
mini darts.
interesting. Yep. Nice small form factor.
I like how small it is.
Yeah, it would be great to hide. You can scavenge just about any kind of ammunition off the
Mm-hmm.
field and run with it.
Minus megas.
Mega or any of the other giant things. You can't put Rival in there,
No, definitely not.
but still not a bad little backup.
And it's got, is that screwdriver has magnets so we don't lose the screws?
The screwdriver has been put upon a magnetic surfing often enough that it has magnetic.
It comes off. Okay.
Yep, so we have our trigger.
Okay.
This is our catch system,
Which makes it
This is
stop.
which is what holds it back, and then when this comes back, it hits that, pushes it up, and releases our plunger and plunger head.
Okay.
Back here, screw. Not screw spring.
So what is, whoa! Okay, these are, is this where the power comes from?
Yep, that's the spring that does the power.
Oh, okay.
There is a catch here.
Okay.
So I'm guessing this needs to be oriented a particular way, so when this gets pulled down,
Yep. That's what happens.
it catches on there, so it can't go.
Are these with most? And this is like obviously a gasket
That's an O-ring.
O-ring.
This is pretty impressively sized plunger tube for its size.
Okay. So they made it this round so this could fit inside of it, the spring and all, and then that's where the barrel, that's where it pretty much
That's where
gets
the
shot at.
power comes out of.
Okay.
And it's interesting. If you look way down in there, you'll see there's how far in this barrel actually extends into here. So there's all that space in there that's dead because air compresses, so it's useless. It makes me wonder if originally they had a longer stroke for this plan,
Interesting.
because it wouldn't be hard to. No, actually, it's hollow, so they're designing this to go around that to use all that space as much as possible.
Interesting.
So if you look, it goes in this
Yeah.
far, goes around there.
So it
It's going
actually,
to cause some interesting effects on at the end of it, but there's no air restrictors, there's nothing like that in there, so it's very simple, but it's getting the most power out of what it has.
with the space it has.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And then there's a little thing here on the side that this is where the trigger, this is where you pull to
Yep.
to prime it, correct?
Mm-hmm. And there's a pin through there to allow it to rotate. It's relatively robust.
Interesting.
The shell's decent thickness.
Okay.
I'm not seeing any particular issues with mold quality or flashing. It's a decent little product.
A decent, you hear that? A decent little product, you guys. So it definitely goes like this though. Because the plunger, when it was there, or this thing here, your prime, it was this way, correct? So this is where, am I correct?
Yep. Well, you're going to want to look at this plunger tube. See that cutout there?
Yep.
So this is getting pushed down.
Oh, so it's
There's
gotta
a
go
spring
this
here.
way.
Nope.
No?
There's a spring on top of here, right?
Yep.
Pushes down. See that cutout there?
Yep.
Goes into that cutout.
Oh, like, oh, maybe not. Yep, I'm not a gun. I don't get it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get how these guns work.
You are absolutely on the right track.
Okay. Looking at the layout.
So if we look here, we'll see something that's interesting. This holds the front of it, right?
Yep. Okay.
See that cutout there?
Mhm.
That's gonna hold this guy in place. This little tab goes down so it interacts.
With that.
So we have a set of bearing surfaces. So this is actually gonna be held just a little bit in front of here. So I was gonna try to prime this. I push this down
Oh, there it is.
all the way. It's a decent spring.
Yep. There
And
it
then
is.
put that on top of it down here. But it's not meant to be primed outside the
No,
blaster.
you're meant to have issues if you do.
And because this has got a nice little pin there, we can very easily pull this pin out. And if we wanted to upgrade the spring or do other such things, we'd easily
We
pull
could.
it on and off.
Okay.
The issue is going to be that there's not a lot of space in between those two.
Okay.
But it could be done.
Is this something that you could actually modify and make it shoot harder then?
Yeah, this would be relatively easy because it's literally pulling that and finding a spring here that will compress down to under that size. It's got a big enough ID and OD to fit over this head down here.
Okay.
The head's got to go over everything.
Interesting.
Yep.
So what's that spring? Where did that one come from? That was the one that was in there?
That's the spring that runs our catch on the back there.
Yeah.
So if I thread this back into here, put this back into place.
So springs are really kind of crucial in this little game here. Of Nerf
Incredibly.
blasters.
So that's how it's going to look inside the shell.
Oh, okay.
See how this pushes it up,
Mm-hmm. And that's, yep.
pushes it down.
Interesting.
The shell is cut in back to hold it. See how it's got that particular shape?
Yep.
It can't go in the other way,
Interesting.
which is a nice little design touch.
This little slide here, this piece right there is what fits
This
right in that.
piece right there fits right into there, so it's got to be, it has to be running up or down in it. So you can't put it in sideways. So you've got a 50-50 chance of orienting to catch. However, they did a smart thing. See how these are asymmetrical?
Yep.
If you put it in wrong, you will see the difference.
Yeah, most definitely.
If it's flipped upside down.
That's how you can tell.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's interesting little blaster.
Now, this guy here, can I undo this?
Yep.
And this is our trigger.
Mhm.
This is where our finger is pulling right here.
Yep.
We don't see this part of it. Now, my biggest thing is taking things apart, not knowing how to put them back together. So that goes in like that. Now that spring's got to go here.
Yep. So in a lot of cases, you will see these ovaloid cutouts.
Mm-hmm.
Those tend to go over a post or a pin or something that is circular, so it can move back and forth. It's a classic piece of mechanical design that we've been doing. Well,
You definitely have patience when it comes to these springs. Do you have any idea, like any, I guess trying to get the spring not to shoot off while putting it back together, is that probably the most frustrating part of putting blasters together?
no.
I wish I wouldn't have taken it out now.
Let me show you a couple of quick tricks.
Okay.
The first one is you're attempting to compress this when you're putting this in.
Yes.
I'm gonna leave that on there just like that.
It stays there. Now, putting in the spring the wrong way could end in not being able to shoot the gun properly.
These little springs, somewhat, this is the posts on them will get you
There you
somewhere,
go.
but also some little tool that allows you to push and pull them
There it is.
till they go where
There
they're supposed
it
to
is,
be.
Autumn. And then this guy, he goes in. Hold on. Let's see how good she's at remembering. I think it was like, what was it, like this?
So remember, there's an asymmetrical pair of cuts on the back that line up with how the blaster looks.
Asymmetrical. We just talked about this. So it's gonna go like, this is the trigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy is like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy, oh come on,
It's in the slots in the shell.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that springy guy goes right there. Right there.
Yep.
Look. No! And that one goes in here.
So we're gonna do one thing first.
Yes.
We're gonna get this guy to lay in where it belongs. See
Yep.
how those don't line up? So we're gonna rotate this around
Oh.
until it actually fits where it belongs. 'cause
There
that's
it
gonna
is,
give
the
you more
symmetrical
space.
thingy that you're talking about.
Mhm.
So then this guy has to go in here, right?
Yep.
Oh gosh. This is not an easy task.
Practice, like anything.
Yeah.
So
Woo!
I'm gonna suggest there's an easier way to do that.
Okay.
I'm trying to do that. So we're gonna pull this out a little bit so you can see the top there. We're gonna put it in there. We're gonna push this, nope. We're gonna push this most of the way down. Now you're just gonna snug it over there and in there until it falls into place.
Oh gosh. Talk about having a steady hand on this, huh? Oh, almost there.
Almost.
Oh god, it's gonna shoot. He's like, no, it's not. I got this.
No, I've done this too much.
Yeah. Now, what happens when you damage the spring?
Well, you see those boxes full of springs over there?
No, because I'm looking at this one.
Every time I come up with a blaster comes in that I can't repair, I salvage it.
Alright, Mr. Spring, you need to go down. Just stop being difficult. One more person. I don't want to ruin a spring.
So,
Ah!
You okay?
Right in the eyeball. Good thing my.
alright?
Oh, I'm good. I'm totally good. I'm gonna do it again. I'm not gonna give up. So we're gonna angle
I'm
it.
gonna show you the technique that
That
I
thing
can
shot
do.
me right in the eye. And still, maybe why you should wear safety glasses.
I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna compress it down so I'm close, and I'm just gonna compress them together.
That's it. We should have like a. Wow, that was impressive.
Do it about 10,000 times.
You get it, yeah.
Yes.
Twist the balloon like into a dog shape 50 million times. You get the hang of it, and then. Now
This
she's.
guy.
Uh-oh. Is she sitting? We lost the spring.
No, the spring's still there. See, this
Oh,
guy
it's just
rotated
hiding.
up.
Okay.
Got rotated up. So we're just gonna put the shells back together. Should pop back together just like that.
Dang. That was so funny. Note to self, the next time we do this, wear safety goggles. Holy, yeah, there's your box of springs on them.
Yes.
Jeez.
Salvage blasters are great for springs.
Yeah. We could have a spring wall alone.
No, most of them are 99% of them are the same thing. There's a whole set of ones that come out that I don't use for anything, so I just got tons of them that aren't very useful. But yeah, but that is all there is to for this just so fun little blaster. But they're cool little things.
Oh, most definitely. Now, if you were to rate it, shooting,
No,
no?
I don't rate things.
Okay, so would you have this on deck if you needed something?
This would be a fun little blaster to start modding on because it would be relatively simple to start modding on.
Okay.
It's an inexpensive little blaster if you want, groups of people who are not particularly skilled and are playing with like little kids playing with little blasters. This would be fun, especially because it can shoot such a wide variety of things without worrying about it.
Maybe
Yeah.
this might be my first modded gun. Who knows?
Maybe if you want to do more complicated things, it's a simple enough thing to mod once you can find a spring. The spring will be the difficult part. There's a small room for error to get in and out
In
of.
here.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
But it's a fun idea, and the ability to shoot more things. It's fun to see knockoff hyper. We may get some more hyper and more hyper stuff coming out.
Well, she definitely shoots. Watch your face.
Yep.